How's it going, everyone? McKinney from 3FTV. Today we're going to be talking about the overall health topic. You know, this is one of those rare situations, but I felt like with it being Easter, I want to say happy Easter to everyone, happy Easter to God and Christ and everything. I wanted to talk about faith. And I wanted to talk about discipleship today because I feel like this affects all the areas that this channel is going to be talking about or talks about, which is faith, fitness, and finances. But before we begin, I want to make sure that you subscribe to this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Not subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel. It's going to help you see more content like this. It's going to encourage me so that I can be able to put more content to the community and really help everybody out there and really change the world in a way that I think God is calling me to do so. And then make sure you like this video. It's going to help more people see this video and get connected to it. And once again, it's going to encourage me. It's going to encourage you as well, right? So before we begin, discipleship. What is the disciple? A disciple is someone, right, who follows a teacher or a student, right? Or a teacher or a master, right? When it comes to Jesus, people hear disciple as a follower of Christ, a follower of Jesus, right? So now what is discipleship? Discipleship is how you live in accordance to following that person. So in this regard, when it comes to discipleship for Christians, what is discipleship? Discipleship is how you live, right, in accordance to following and to obeying Jesus, right? More importantly, it's not just how you're acting or you obeying the laws, it's the way you're living, right? And we know that Jesus came to this world to heal the sick, to care for those in need. So as discipleship, as we follow Jesus, that is our goal. Our goal is to be empathetic, sympathetic, and to really care for people, right? So when you're following Jesus, yes, it's to obey what he says, his commands, but the end goal is to love others, to love people, to help set people free. That includes yourself as well. Now, the crazy thing is that when people talk about discipleship in the world today, especially in, more of the churches that do follow the Bible, they just think about it in a way of going and spreading the good news, evangelizing people. That is not discipleship. That is part of discipleship because Jesus came to do that, to put heaven on earth, to bring the kingdom, for the kingdom of heaven is near, right? He came to do that here, but that is not all what it is. But people take it as that. And then when they talk about getting discipling, it's not so much coaching, it's more so someone is over top of you, telling you what to do and how to live. And that is not the example that Jesus had. Jesus did help people, he did rebuke people, but he also cared for them and molded them and helped them become better men in whatever path they were. He did call some people to help evangelize with him. He called some people to just change how they're acting, to be a better tax collector. He called people to be a better person, to be a better spouse, to be a better, wife or husband. He called people to just be better and to live better and to go change the world. Some he called more so to spread the gospel and spread his news. Some he called to just do better in the work field, right? So when we think about discipling and discipleship, it's not about just evangelizing, it's about everything. And Jesus mastered that. Like I said, he called people out in certain areas, he challenged them, but he looked at the whole person. We see in instances at the woman at the well, he talked about finances, right? Not finances. When he talked about people giving their last 2 cents and not right, that was finances. Or he talked about tax collectors, that was finances. Sometimes he talked about just people's reliance on other people, whether it was the widow, right, at the well or anything like that. Sometimes he just talked about people's faith. Sometimes he talked about people, he cared for people's health enough to heal someone, right, that was a woman that was struggling with women issues, right, for a while, or to heal the leper, or to heal different people, right? So he cared about everything about people. He helped Lazarus and his family because that was the whole family moment, right? So when you think about this discipleship in your own life, how much are you focused on everything, whether it comes to emotional health, spiritual health, mental health, physical health, or financial health? How much do you care? So let's stop there. How much do you care for that with your own self? Are you trying to achieve growth in all those areas? If you're not, then you haven't mastered discipleship and living as a disciple of Jesus, because he would tell you to master those things. Jesus excelled at everything he did. He excelled as a craftsman, as someone who worked as a carpenter, I should say. He excelled at that. He excelled as a student. You saw him studying under people. He excelled as, a good news spreader, as the son of God and the son of man. He excelled at that. And he excelled at really taking care of people. So for you to be a excel or be a master disciple or someone that is excelling at discipleship, you need to care for everything under the sun for yourself. So that's everything. That's your finances, that's your physical health, that's your relationships with other people, that's your own job, your own career, your own hobbies, or whatever it is, your family life, everything. That is discipleship. Now, when it comes to discipling, we need to be coaching people in all areas of health. We see in the Bible, Jesus didn't target just one type of people, someone that was struggling spiritually, or someone that was just struggling with family, or someone that was just struggling with finances. He attacked all of it. And we need to have that same way. Jesus speaks directly to us, so we can speak directly to our friends and family through discipleship and coaching. That's why I think it should be more coaching and not discipleship, because we have changed that word to mean some authoritarian stuff. It is not like that. It needs to be more of a coaching. What do you need help with? I'm helping you out, but tell me what you need help with. Or this is what I see you need help with. Can I help you with that? It's not just, are you going and sharing your faith? Are you reading your Bible? Are you praying? How are you sinning? Are you sinning less? No, it's how you doing with finances, right? I see that you've been going after this for your career. How you doing with that? Like, what are you working on for your career? What courses are you taking right now to accelerate that? Okay, cool. Okay, I see your health. You haven't been as on campus because of your health. I see that you've been getting sick often. Like, what are you doing? How can I encourage you? Okay, you know, I'm a personal trainer, a fitness coach. How can I help you? Or I have no clue about health or fitness. Have you thought about talking to this brother? I think he can really help you. Or have you thought about paying or joining the gym? Something like that. When it comes to finances, have you hired a tax accountant? Have you hired a financial advisor? Different things like that, right? We can learn from that. Or family, you know, have you thought about family coaching, family therapy, whatever it is? We need to go after that so that we can help people how Jesus would help people. And Jesus will help the whole person and not just one area of their life, right? Even if you're not qualified to help people in certain areas, you are qualified to encourage them to seek help for someone else. Or you can go into the battle with them, right? And you can search. Okay, I don't know how to do this. I don't know anybody that does this. Let me help you search for someone that can. Let me go and ask other people that I know probably struggled with this, who helped them out through this time, right? That is what discipleship is. That is what living as a disciple is thinking and caring about your whole health, and it's thinking and caring about someone else's whole health. So your best friend, the person you coach, the person you mentor, the person that looks up to you, you know, what a person that you studied the Bible with, you know, not just saying I need to check these things off when I'm studying the Bible with, but let me look at their whole life. Let me help them with their whole life. It starts getting into crazy funky water when people realize you only care about them if they're, or checking into them to see, are they reading their Bible or are they going out to evangelize? When people start realizing that, they start realizing that they're just a number in the church, and you don't really care about who they are. You just care if they're growing your church, your fellowship, right? And this is why in churches it happens where people leave the church because they felt like people didn't care about them, and you realize that other people didn't care about them. And more than likely, if you have left one of a good church, especially my friends in the ICOC, you probably realize that people stopped reaching out to you after you left because they didn't care about you on a deep level. They only cared about the numbers or you evangelizing or your spiritual life. They didn't care about you themselves, right? And for you that are still in the church, you need to realize that when people start realizing you don't care about them as a person and just only this one area, this life, right? This one area of life, they realize that and they start leaving. You don't want that to happen. And to stop that, to be connected, to be pushing everybody, including ourselves, closer to God, we need to start thinking about the whole person and everything it means to be a disciple, and everything Jesus cared about. Because Jesus cared about multiple things. He didn't just care about people reading the word or people praying or people, you know, getting better jobs. He cared about everything that goes on in a person's life. And there are examples throughout the Bible of that. So that's what I got to say. This is what discipleship is. And hopefully this makes sense in time for Easter. Well, this will be posted after Easter, but yeah, I just think that we need to see discipleship as how you live holistically. And when we go to discipling or coaching, we need to be instructing the person, helping the person out at the same time with everything in life, and not just certain areas that you are skilled in. If you aren't skilled in some of these other areas, bring someone else in, connect that person to someone else, or help them research and encourage or check up on them, how they doing in this area. You might not be able to help them, but if you can ask them, hey, have you reached out to this person, whatever, it will help encourage them, and that is discipling and that is coaching. hopefully this makes sense. This is all I got. Let me know what you think in the comments. And once again, if you haven't, please like this video and subscribe. And in the comments, let me know what you think. Share this with your friends, your family, church members, ex-church members, whatever it is. And let's really grow in this area. So that's all I have today. Happy Easter, everyone, and see you guys later.